Seems like the Federal Aviation Administration right now may be a reason which is delaying Elon Musk's latest prototype Starship and putting halt to his project of mission to Mars. Despite of the Federal Aviation Administration or FAA's warning, Musk's space exploration corps like SpaceX decided to launch their first prototype and test out their massive Starship. The first prototype, which was going to take Elon Musk one step closer to his dream since day one of founding SpaceX, that is to send permanent civilization to Mars. Pretty sure you all are very confused and curious about why exactly the FAA is becoming a hurdle in between Musk's dreams and all other operations of SpaceX, including Starship. Well, don't worry, this video is going to clear every doubt you have, and surely you will gain a lot of other new information regarding this FAA failure at shutting down SpaceX. Elon Musk's founded SpaceX with a very specific dream in his mind, and that is to send the first permanent civilization to Mars and make interplanetary human life possible. Well, let's just say, according to Musk's words, their latest prototype Starship was going to bring them one step closer to Musk's dream. But not only Musk and the company SpaceX had to face a lot of issues from the FAA regarding launching, and then of course the problems they had to face with the rocket itself. The December test launch Starship SN8 at SpaceX's Boca Chica of its Texas facility ended in a fireball. This explosion was caused due to malfunction of the prototype while landing. Well, this landing explosion of the prototype, along with the license violation of SpaceX, made the FAA start formal investigation and put extra scrutiny on Musk and his company in his project to Mars. Musk might be optimistic regarding the whole rocket exploding while landing, but the FAA was not happy about the situation at all. Elon Musk's SpaceX is known for making rapid decisions, but you all might be pretty curious about what decisions SpaceX made that made the FAA come in between them and their mission. Well, we're getting into it, don't worry. Unlike SpaceX, the FAA is a regulatory body which has to follow procedures, and it takes a bit of time. SpaceX originally asked the FAA to exceed the maximum public risk allowed by US regulations for their December 9th launch test of their first prototype Starship. The Federal Aviation Administration explained in an email that they clearly turned down SpaceX's request, but the company paid no heed and chose to proceed anyway with the launch. Confused, right? Thinking if Musk's company did launch despite they were not allowed and were not granted the permission, then how come the FAA still failed at shutting down SpaceX? Well, guess what, guys? The day the FAA said that they didn't grant Musk's company the permission, that very day, the agency approved the license for SpaceX so that they can fly their next prototype. But this doesn't mean that everything is sorted between the FAA and SpaceX. Well, due to FAA's non-compliance, SpaceX's scheduled test flights had to be rescheduled and postponed. Almost 28 tests of another Starship rocket were delayed almost till January, which is almost a month gap from their Starship launch test at SpaceX's facility in Boca Chica, Texas. And definitely, Musk was not happy about all the rescheduling and postponement of the 28 launch tests of the other Starship. Musk even tweeted, or rather we should say angry tweeted, and accused the FAA of having a fundamentally broken regulatory structure. But as we said before, the FAA and SpaceX are trying to work on their terms from both ends. They're also trying to work together to solve the problem on how SpaceX's Starship can affect its surrounding environment, which is also another big issue for the FAA to cause intercept in SpaceX's test launches. But the FAA has finally declared that SpaceX can finally proceed with the launch plans only after they have compiled with the rules. Well, the FAA even gave SpaceX their license. And guess what? Elon Musk didn't even waste any time. The company prepared for a test of the Starship prototype known as SN-9. The test was going to take place in a village near their Boca Chica launch site, and SpaceX, maintaining the FAA rules, even said that the nearby area of the launch site will be evacuated too. Guess Musk is not taking risks with anything anymore. Well, pretty sure you're already interested regarding the SN-9 Starship. Its 16-story tall rocket made of shiny steel alloy was loaded with fuel and was ready to kick off. But the FAA officials had some different plans for SpaceX altogether, and our very own Elon Musk was definitely not happy about it. The FAA investigated the previous Starship explosion case thoroughly, and this caused huge delay for the SpaceX, and they were even suspended testing until their investigation was complete. Well, guess this was another way for the FAA trying to make SpaceX fail. This led to another series of Musk's frustrated and angry tweets. Unlike its aircraft division, which is fine, the FAA Space Division has a fundamentally broken regulatory structure, he tweeted. The rules are meant for a handful of expandable launches per year from a few government facilities. Under those rules, humanity will never get to Mars. SpaceX's earlier failures were even incorporated into their new launch license, according to the FAA. This license violation has definitely created an undeniable tension between the billionaire Elon Musk's SpaceX and the FAA. Well, this might not be the first time in history that other people in the space industry like Musk had to suffer for the old US regulatory framework regarding rocket launches. But one thing's for sure, if this many restrictions continue to happen going to Mars, it might be really a bit difficult to achieve. Musk's angry tweets about the FAA surely gained attraction from his 44 million followers, and you all can bet the discussion was pretty heavy. But guess SpaceX will get it through their test launches. Well, they got through once first. It might be via violation, but well, they did get their license, although a lot of thorough investigation is going on. But if anyone can pull it off, then it has to be SpaceX. SpaceX is legendary in its own way, and not just because it's founded by Elon Musk, but also its recent achievements. Recently, on August 16, 2021, SpaceX launched their first all-civil Crew Dragon capsule for a 3-day orbital journey. This mission is popularly named as Inspiration 4 mission. The Crew Dragon capsule took off from Launch Complex 39A from NASA's Kennedy Space Center at 8:04 EDT p.m. It will definitely be written down in history because this mission definitely made SpaceX ahead of every other space company and one step closer towards Musk's goal of sending a permanent civilization to Mars. So if SpaceX can achieve such a historic moment, then surely they won't be defeated by some old rules and can't be stopped by the FAA. Although the FAA tried a lot to make SpaceX fail, be it by delaying in giving their license or later after SpaceX violating the rule and launching the test rocket without license, suspending their test launch after giving their license. The FAA's delay made SpaceX reschedule 28 test launches of other Starships. When SpaceX was almost ready to test launch the SN-9 Starship in a village near their Boca Chica launch site, they were suspended for the previous Starship in a village near their Boca Chica launch site. They were suspended for the previous Starship explosion during test launch, which the FAA even decided to incorporate in their new license, and they decided to thoroughly interrogate. This might be the start of a hurdle that SpaceX needs to fight if they really launch rockets which carry permanent human civilization to Mars. We're pretty sure if anyone can do it, and then Elon Musk is the right one. He's the man who makes every science fiction movie come into reality, so he's not gonna give up just because of some old regulatory laws. As you all might know how much Elon Musk doesn't like authoritarianism, well, he proved it once again in a virtual interview with the Wall Street Journal, which took place just a few hours before SpaceX's SN-8 Starship violated FAA's license law because of the FAA's delay in approving the license. In an interview, Musk was asked about the government's role and importance in regulating and innovation, and let's just say the reply was such a Muskian reply. Musk replied, "A lot of time the best thing the government can do is just get out of the way.